Stay tuned for Campbell County's premier sports talk show. It's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLEF. Stay tuned.
The views, opinions, positions, or strategies expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, or advertisers of WLEF.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Jake Miller Sports Talk right here on WLAF. We are live this morning on the Facebook live stream. Guys, Jake Miller Sports Talk is presented by the Marlowe Agency with Shelter Insurance. Give them a call today at 423-352-7735. Let them know you heard about them right here on Jake Miller Sports Talk. Derek and company are more than willing to help you with your auto insurance, your home insurance, life insurance, whatever it may be. They got you covered. 423-352-7735. Let them know you heard about it right here on Jake Miller Sports Talk as we come out of a wild, not just weekend, but a wild week. As a matter of fact, of course, we've been doing these shows on Monday, with, conflicting schedules, with basketball, with Thanksgiving. And it just felt right to do it again this Monday because of everything that has happened over the past week.
Just complete chaos.
And it's still going on. And
yep.
That's another thing is like all of this is still going on. Nothing is done yet. We still have coaches that, are still in talks with other schools. Obviously, Tennessee just getting absolutely shellacked at home on senior day against Vanderbilt. That is something, Daniel, there's been a trend ever since, Philip Fulmer, like the only coach that Tennessee has not fired in the past 20 years is Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
That is the only coach that was not fired.
No, he was.
Tennessee. But if you have coached at Tennessee, if you lose to either Vanderbilt or Kentucky, what happens to you? You get fired. You get fired. And, I know, we had a decent year. I mean, we'll call it like it is, Daniel. We had the easiest schedule in the SEC, it seemed like, and we couldn't get it done.
We couldn't get it done. We were horrible in SEC play this year.
You choked against Georgia. You choked against Oklahoma. You just let Vanderbilt just
do
dominate.
whatever they wanted to.
And Alabama, I understand.
Yeah.
This game, we should have been a lot more competitive, but I understand. But, you look at all that, and then at the end of the day, it's like, where's the main problem with this team?
Tim, I got it. I'm ready. Tim Banks.
Yes.
That's it.
And, this has been an issue now, not just this year. And last year, you look at the team, and it's like, well, Nico didn't carry this team to the college football playoff. It was Dylan Sampson, it was our offensive line, and it was our defense. Well, when you have as much talent as you had on that defense last year, you're going to be a lot better than what you might assume just looking on paper.
Yes.
Should Tennessee have been in the college football playoff last year? Probably. I feel like we were a good team.
We were a good team.
And if we had elite quarterback play, then we'd have probably went on to win a national championship as long as you passed Ohio State.
Yeah.
But, one of the things that's that really bothered me, yesterday, there's an app. It's called Kalshi. And they had Josh Heupel at one point as the most likely candidate to become the head coach at Penn State. And I kind of blew it off for a second.
And then it started getting some traction.
It got some traction, and then all of a sudden there's a private plane, because this is what we do at Tennessee. We track planes.
Yes.
Why we started doing that, I don't know.
I don't know.
But, it really picked up steam. I guess, there was a little bit, when we hired Butch, but, when we were going through the whole
John Gruden,
John Curry, has got a plane going here. John Curry's got a plane going there.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals in which it's like, okay, well, let's see if these are real, and then come find out the majority of them were.
Yeah.
Well, then there's a plane yesterday that departed from McGee-Tyson. I'm assuming at TAC Air. There's no way that there's no direct flights from Knoxville to College Station.
No.
Or excuse me, State College, Pennsylvania. But, there was a flight that departed at 2:30 that landed at 4:05 in State College, Pennsylvania.
I mean, honestly, if Heupel does leave Tennessee, I'm appreciative of what he's done here.
Of course.
I really am. He turned the program around. I mean, we went from losing records or mediocre play to at least we're having winning records now.
Yeah, I mean, we have a college football playoff appearance out of the deal.
Yeah.
But, the big thing that everybody needs to know, and the reason I say this is when you look at Lane Kiffin and what he did, do I think that he handled the situation at Ole Miss the way he should have? Probably not.
See, I'm on the other side of that, though. I'm on the other side of that. I think that Kiffin tried to do the right thing. I think he honestly tried, and the athletic director wasn't having it.
No.
Because Kiffin did want to coach Ole Miss to finish out this season.
Well, of course, those are his guys. That's his team.
Exactly. He wanted to finish it out. Now, is this LSU saying you have to do this at this time? You have to sign with us at this time?
Probably.
Or is it, okay, the athletic director at Ole Miss says, we know you're going. Tell us, because we're going to make our mind up today.
Well, they made a panic hire.
Yeah.
I mean, Ole Miss, within 12 hours of the announcement being made, Pete Golding is now their head coach, who is their defensive coordinator. He was actually on staff at Alabama with Nick Saban.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things is he ready? Can he win at Ole Miss? Because that's another thing, too. Ole Miss is a school that is not necessarily, it's like you walk in and you got a plethora of talent, you got all the resources in the world. Ole Miss doesn't have that.
No.
LSU, on the other hand, they have the alumni. They have the money. You can win a national championship at Ole Miss, and I think Lane Kiffin very well might do that. But when you
LSU, not Ole Miss.
LSU, yes. Yes, you can win a national championship at LSU. But when you look at everything that has led to this, look at everybody that has fired a head coach early.
Here, I've got a list here.
We have the coaching carousel. But
yes. So you've got, this is just people that have been fired.
Just people that have been fired.
Okay, so as of when this was wrote 12 hours ago, Kentucky, Mark
Stoops is gone.
Gone. Michigan State, Jonathan Smith after 2 seasons.
Gone.
Coastal Carolina, which is near and dear to my heart because that's where Jamie Chadwell coached.
Well, it's also where the title sponsor of the show, Derek Marlowe, where he played college football.
Yes, Coastal Carolina fires Tim Beck, who was a great head coach in my opinion.
And they just went 6-6. I mean, they're going to a bowl game and they fired him. It's like,
here's one that doesn't make sense. Tulane with John Sumrall, of course, fired.
No,
he was just hired right.
He was fired away.
Yeah. Which he had a 19-7 record at Tulane, which is a good. Of course, Alex Golish left South Florida,
going to
Auburn. That one hurts
because he'll actually win there.
He'll win there. Memphis
hired their coach away.
Ryan Silverfield is now at Arkansas. Jim Mora from UConn was hired by Colorado State. That one surprises me.
That's interesting.
That's an interesting hire coming out there. Cal, of course, without a head coach. And then, of course, we've got Penn State, James Franklin.
So that's the one that I want to hone in on for a second. Penn State. They fired James Franklin, was it after 5 games or 4 games?
He was fired on October the 12th, so I'm going to say 5 games.
So you fired your coach on October 12th. Here we are. It is December 1st. You still don't have a head coach.
Nope. For one of the most historic
and prestigious
programs in college football.
In my mind, if you have not got your guy and you're Penn State, then your coaching search has been a disaster.
Yes. Especially after yesterday.
Yes.
what our viewers don't know is once Lane Kiffin, once that was a done deal, you started seeing everybody making changes. Mm-hmm. And you're thinking, okay, out of all of these places, LSU's full, Florida's full, Ole Miss is full, Kentucky's got a new head coach. All of these bigger schools have got their coach, except for Penn State.
And UCLA.
And you start looking at head coaches that could be available, right? Mm-hmm. You've got some that are absolute locks. They're not going anywhere.
Clark Lee's not leaving Vanderbilt. Kirk Cignetti's not leaving Indiana. Ryan Day's not leaving Ohio State. Kalen DeBoer, I mean, there's talk about him potentially leaving Alabama. He'd be in just a
maybe,
a
but
moron
I don't see that one happening. So, and the thing is SEC coaches are some of the most wanted coaches because of the difficulty of, or the level of play that is in the SEC.
The potential. You have more potential to make that run if you're in the Big Ten or the SEC than you do any other conference.
Yeah, you look at James Franklin, was at Vanderbilt, and then goes to Penn State.
Right. Because there's different echelons in the conference.
There is.
It's like, if you go to, I mean, we'll call it like it is. If you go and coach at the University of Florida, you should not, by any stretch, be a losing team.
No.
Period.
You
got all the resources. You could take a 7-iron, throw a golf ball down outside of your front door of your office, and you'll hit a 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
You got IMG Academy right in your backyard.
Right there.
You got no excuse.
No, none at all. And then, Lane going to LSU, he's got so it's one player, but he is the number one offensive tackle and number one defensive tackle. Mm-hmm. He is both number one. Mm-hmm. And he has been committed to LSU for quite a while.
Yep.
And I seen on X this morning him talking about how excited he is that Lane's there. Heupel, people can say whatever about Heupel. Yeah, he's got a great recruiting class coming in, whatever. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, money is what talks.
Yes, and I don't even think, with the Lane Kiffin situation, I don't think it was so much his money that played a factor as it was how much they were going to give him in roster space. Now, and this is something obviously very new to college football because, there were rules like, well, you can't pay the players because of this, and this. Title IX gets brought up a lot with that. But then it was supposed to be just endorsements. Mm-hmm. It's like, and it can't be over market value. Okay, well, what is market value? We don't know. We still don't know. Here we are 4 years later, and we still don't have a clue.
I would honestly say, Jake, at around the 10-year mark is when they'll start having more of a proper evaluation on things.
Yeah, it'll basically be the NFL's version of a developmental league. So like the G League that we have
for the NBA.
Yeah.
And that's, it's a scary thing to think about, but you got to think these next coming 6 years, if the 10-year thing works out, and I just made that number up, but you do the six more years of just complete uncapped monetary potential for college players.
Yeah, and
especially with the LSU situation.
Of course, and I'm going to defend Lane Kiffin here, guys. I mean, it is what it is. So everyone wants to say that, Lane Kiffin's a snake. You can never trust a snake. And we all know the comment that was made by the Ole Miss reporter on his podcast last week. I'm not going to repeat that because, that's just not who I am. That's not what I'm going to do. But, first of all, you should never do that.
No.
You should never do that, especially when the hometown coach is right there and you're going to see that coach come Saturday or Friday whenever they played Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. But you had that going on, and everyone wants to bring up what he did at Tennessee. Listen, were we all mad at the time? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Why were we all mad? Well, it's because we loved Lane. That's what it was.
Yeah.
We loved him. We thought he could win championships here. Mm-hmm. Everyone thought that he was going to win a championship here, and we probably would have had he stayed. Well, then you look at the USC thing. It's like, well, he got fired from there. Listen, sometimes things just don't work out.
Yep.
You got more issues going on in your life than you want to admit or talk about with the public. Of course, Layla, his wife, when he was at Tennessee, no longer his wife.
Yeah. And, I mean, Lane has been open about it. He had an alcohol problem. Mm-hmm. It was no secret. He has openly discussed this. He's clean, 5 years sober, finally figuring out, like I said last week,
Figuring out who Lane Kiffin is.
Lane Kiffin is. And you can kind of look at the Ole Miss program over these past 5 years. He's been there he's been at Ole Miss 5 years. And you can kind of see as Lane is getting further and further into his sobriety and figuring out who he is and what he wants, you see that Ole Miss team just continuing to creep up. Creeping up.
But you know what you have to have at Ole Miss to make that happen? You have to have an elite recruiter as a head coach, and you have to have an elite play caller and a head coach.
And Lane Kiffin
is both.
And
you have to have that to be just to where Ole Miss is. I mean, we're not even talking about an elite program.
No.
We're just talking about getting Ole Miss in contention to where they could potentially make a run if everything falls their way.
Yeah.
You take that and you put that at LSU. You're the new Bama.
Yeah, it's scary.
That's why this is such a big deal.
I was talking to somebody the other day. You give Lane, what is it? It's like $40 million for roster space.
25.
25.
Yeah.
So you give him $25 million in roster space. He's got a huge contract as well. He can go and basically build a NFL quality team. I mean, that's what we're talking about.
I mean, he can go buy a championship.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about with that $25 million number. I mean, you can look at probably some of the cheaper NFL teams, their roster, their cap space, and all that stuff, and you could probably make it work with what LSU is offering Lane for his roster.
100%.
Which is, I mean, that's just mind-boggling to me. And on top of that, they've got a $53 million payout that they've got to send to Brian Kelly.
Yeah, and that's another thing too that I wanted to bring up. When Brian Kelly left Notre Dame, where was the rage then?
What?
Where was the rage from Notre Dame? When Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma to go to USC, where was the rage?
None. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of these head coaches, people have to understand, we live in a day and age where money is all that talks.
Yes, it doesn't matter about education. It doesn't matter about it doesn't even matter about winning.
No. Money.
And it doesn't even revolve around the sport they're playing. It's about money.
Money is all that people care about. I don't blame them.
No.
I mean, you got to think of endorsement deals and all this and that and everything else that could be coming out of it. And it's just a crazy, crazy situation.
Matthew, put your headset on for a second. I got a question that I'm going to ask you. Since we've all been in this realm before in our lives at some point, I'm assuming. So, Matthew, say that you're the head coach of a SEC school.
Okay.
Say a Mississippi State, an Ole Miss, and you're making a really good salary, but they're not giving you a lot of money to go out and build a roster with. Well, what if another school comes in that's in the same conference? We'll say Florida. And they come in and they say, hey, if you leave tonight, we'll pay you exactly what you're getting paid right now. And we're going to give you $20 million more than what you have right now to build a roster with. You want to win a championship. Which one are you taking? You're going to Florida.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you get that much money to invest in your players, that sounds like a good deal to me. I don't know, but I've never been a coach, never will be a coach. I don't know what all goes into that, so I don't know.
I can tell you, my days at Jacksboro Middle School and Norris Middle School is helping coach.
Well, I'll say this much, guys. I mean, and Daniel, you can probably back me up on this. A lot of people see it, and, we've actually had the conversation with, both the band director and, Audra Bell and Peyton with the cheer team and, every other coach that, is up at Campbell County High School right now. And people think it's just as simple as, going out one day a week or 2 days, like whenever you have a game, or running a practice, running a few drills, going to the house. Yeah. And there is so much more that goes into it just at the high school level.
Yeah.
You know, you got to make sure your kids are going to class. You got to make sure they're staying out of trouble. You know, and it's not just one kid that you have to look after. If you're a football coach, you got 50 guys that you have to look after.
Yeah.
If you're a basketball coach, you got 15 guys that you got to look after, probably 20 or so when you factor in the freshman team, the JV team. Well, at the collegiate level, not only do you have to keep them going to class, which whatever at this point, we all know the truth, but keeping them out of trouble is the biggest thing.
I mean, that is the biggest thing.
Because the thing is, every last one of them has a car, whether they brought one with them or a booster is giving them one, or they've got an NIL deal through an auto dealer.
Yep.
They've just given it to them. Or, you know, you take a look at the fact that, they all don't go to one building.
No.
There's multiple buildings scattered throughout campus. You know, you got to make sure they're getting to practice on time. You got to make sure they have a class schedule that works with practice. You got to make sure that they're on the bus headed to the airport that Thursday or Friday. If they have an away game, they're having to fly out to.
Yep. And there's a reason why you see a lot of, and this is not a shot by no means, but there's a reason that you see a lot of these athletes with like a communications major or something in that field. Because you can do majority of it online, do it remote, you can do this, do that. And it's very rare that you'll see that one player that is a doctoral candidate or something like that. You know, that, I mean, we've seen that.
It's very rare that you see a Josh Dobbs.
Yeah. You know, it's very rare that you see a Josh Dobbs that values academics and values football or basketball, baseball, whatever it may be.
Well, I mean, and this is just speaking from personal experience. You know, when I was at MTSU, you know, going for a broadcast or a multimedia journalism degree is what the technical name of it was. Do you know how many hours I had to have of just electives?
I have no clue.
It was ridiculous. It was like 38 hours, 36 hours worth of electives.
Holy cow.
Do you know what I did one semester?
What?
Coaching and officiating basketball, coaching and officiating football, beginning basketball, beginning weightlifting. And I think I had one core class.
That's crazy.
Hey, I carried the fraternity's GPA that semester, buddy.
Jake rolling in with a 4.0 that semester for sure.
Hey, sometimes it just happens that way.
Sometimes it happens that way.
And then everyone just looks at me. It's like, how did Jake do that? It's like we let this guy from Campbell County just outshine everybody. Hey, sometimes you just make it happen. Don't know.
We'll leave it to don't knows.
I just studied really hard that semester. What can I say? In the one class that I needed to study in. Stay with us. When we return, we're going to talk about this Players Era tournament that Tennessee played in last week that made absolutely no sense whatsoever as to how it unfolded. Daniel, this one was just weird.
It was. Just crazy.
We're going to talk about that and more when we return. Stay with us. Jake Miller Sports Talk continues right here on WLAF.
At Alco Builders and Realty, we have agents that know the area, that are experts in the local market. It's very important in real estate to have someone on your team that understands the market. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
For more than 5 decades, one name has delivered excellence in paving: Boshears. Boshears Paving. From the perfect finish of your home driveway to commercial parking lots to roads for a new subdivision, Boshears Paving handles all types of paving projects. Boshears Paving protects your investment, enhances curb appeal with expert seal coating and precise professional striping. Unmatched quality, reliability, and service you can trust. No matter your paving needs, Boshears Paving is your solution. Call them today, 423-562-2162.
Hi, this is Kim from Birch Screen Printing. You need custom shirts, signs, or banners? Whether it's for school, business, or special event, we've got you covered. We're local, friendly, and ready to help turn your dreams into a reality. Fast, reliable service from folks you know and trust. Come see us at Burge Screen Printing. Let's get your next project started.
Hey, this is Larry Burge. Stop by and see us today in downtown La Follette at 225 East Central Avenue or call 423-562-3044. 562-3044. Go Cougars!
Whether you're a contractor or you're just handling a project around the house or farm, C&L Metal Sales has the best prices in the tri-state. Metal roofing custom cuts as well as delivery are available from C&L Metal. Be sure and ask us about our lifetime warranty on metal. Matt Klein can handle your big or small jobs from one piece of metal to 100. Select from 22 colors. C&L Metal Sales is right behind O'Reilly's Auto Parts in Middlesboro. Just take a left at the first stoplight and C&L is on the right. See or call Matt at 606-248-5744.
This is Matthew Klein, former Cougar number 42. Come see me at C&L Metal.
Since 1963, CNC Concrete has been serving Campbell County and surrounding areas with the best there is in concrete. The best in rock, the best in rebar, the best in sand, the best in pretty much anything pertaining to concrete. That's CNC Concrete. Bobby Crass is his family's second generation of owning and operating CNC. As Bobby says, we hold your dreams, the concrete to your dream home. CNC Concrete, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. until the job gets done.
Citizens Bank is a locally owned and operated bank serving communities in East Tennessee. The bank was established in 1934 with three guiding principles at its foundation: assurance of safety to depositors, a high standard of service to customers, and a genuine desire to serve the community. These principles are the core factor in the success that has lasted over 85 years and grown Citizens Bank to the renowned financial institution it is today. To learn more about Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank24.com.
Quality and Clayton go hand in hand. That's quality constructed homes from Clayton Homes. The staff at Clayton Homes, located right here at home in Campbell County at Jacksboro, is ready to help you through all the steps of home ownership, from selecting the home that's just right for you to putting the keys in your hand. Since 1956, Clayton Homes has been making dreams come true. See the home folks about your new dream home from Clayton Homes, 110 North Street near Jacksboro Middle School. Call or just come on by.
When it comes to a personal loan, the person you talk to makes a difference. At Community Trust Bank, our loan specialists understand whether you're consolidating debt, covering expenses, making an amazing purchase, or planning that dream vacation. Your reasons are personal. That's why we offer flexible payment options and competitive rates to help make it happen. Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Chris Malone at Doyle's Tire Shop. We invite you to buy the new and used tires and friendly service. We're doing our best to continue the legacy of Doyle's Tire Shop. Come see us on the 4-lane next to Eagle Tire Pro, right between La Follette and Jacksboro. Doyle's Tire Shop. The tradition continues.
E.E. Hill & Son Insurance.
You know, the insurance agency started out as Hill Insurance, and it was started by my grandfather in 1925.
Celebrating 100 years in 2025.
I went into the insurance business with my dad and my Uncle David in '74 after I got out of UT. Then I bought the agency from my dad in '77.
It started as father and son.
Most people think that E.E. Hill & Son is my dad and me, and it's not. It was my granddad and my dad.
And 100 years later,
our agency's been blessed to be in a community that has embraced our agency, and we have had some of the most amazing employees.
Go Cougars!
Here, sports radio and TV talk show is on the air. This is Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLAF.
Back here on the program, we're going to talk some Tennessee basketball, and especially what happened last week. Guys, if you haven't already, check out our friends at Blue Detailing. Of course, they did their Black Friday special, and, you know, they're going to be running specials all through the month of December. And, you know, this is a business in which I encourage everybody to go look at their work, because that's, you know, one of the things. It's like you can actually see what they do and how they do it on their Facebook page. I encourage everybody to go take a look at that. Baloo Detailing, check them out on Facebook, and go get yourself or somebody else something for Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. They do a great job.
Because we've reached the point now where a lot of people would rather have an experience or have something like that done rather than to receive a coffee mug that's going to sit up in the cabinet and it's not going to do anything for you.
Are you speaking from experience?
Maybe. Blue Detail, check them out on Facebook. But guys, Tennessee basketball last week, everything's going good. I mean, we're rolling, right? Everything's going good. And then all of a sudden I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. How does a team that is undefeated, first of all, also a team that won its first 2 games in this tournament, if you're not sure what we're referring to the Players Era Men's Championship. Tennessee defeats Rutgers by a score of 85-60. Okay, good. Moving on to the second round. And a team that beat Tennessee in the Elite Eight last year, Houston, we beat them 76-73. It's like, all right, sweet. And then it's like, okay, you guys are playing for third place. It's like,
what?
Huh?
We just beat the number 3 team in the country.
Yes. And handled Rutgers. And it's like, okay, you're going to play for third place. So one team is going to walk away with, I think, $300,000. The fourth place is going to walk away with $200,000, something along those lines. And I'm like, wow. That makes no sense.
No.
So ultimately, Tennessee ends up losing by 5 to Kansas, 76-81, as we get ready for the ACC SEC Challenge tomorrow against Syracuse. That game will be at Syracuse, 7 o'clock, and that one's going to be on ESPN2. But, basketball team's looking good so far.
Yeah, and looking at their schedule, Tennessee starting tomorrow. We've got Syracuse, like you mentioned. Then we've got Illinois.
Oh, then you got Louisville.
And then we've got Louisville. The Illinois and Louisville games are at Thompson-Boling.
I will bet you at the Louisville game.
And then starting in January, it's SEC time. And that's when things get intense.
They get really intense. But, how in the world can you look at a team and say, hey, even though you won these first 2 games and you just beat the number 3 team in the country, you're not going to be playing for a first place? I'm like, make it make sense. And that's the purpose for the second title of the show today, is make it make sense. Because when you factor in, and they're already talking about doing changes to the format of it, already talking about making changes to the format. So apparently this is not a traditional tournament. And I kind of knew that because you got a team that's playing for $1 million.
Yeah.
So you look at this, and the way the rules work, pull them up. I want to make sure I get this right, because it's all factored in by margin of victory. So it's based on your win-loss record, head-to-head results, point differential, capped at 20 points, total points scored, total points allowed, and the Associated Press ranking before the tournament.
Okay, so that last one?
Why?
We beat the number 3 team.
Yes. One of the best teams in the country.
One of the best teams in the country.
And Sampson does a fantastic job of coaching that team up.
It doesn't make sense. And while we're talking about basketball, I want to give this Jacoby Gillespie.
Oh, man.
Holy cow. Where did he come from? You might ask. He came from Greenville.
Yeah, he came from Greenville. But he went to Maryland.
Yes. And he comes back home and is, people were worried about, well, who's going to fill Zakai Ziegler's shoes?
Plug? Play.
Yes. And in my opinion, upgrade.
Yes.
Because
well, first of all, he's not 5'9".
No, this young man, I'm not going to call him a kid. This young man is impressive. I got to watch him a couple weeks ago, and You know, it was the dunk.
Mhm.
Everybody remembers that dunk if you were watching that game.
Mhm.
Or you've been on X or whatever. Jacoby Gillespie is he's an insane talent.
He just threw it down.
Yeah. And he's averaging 20, 25 points a game, assists all over the place. Defense is incredible. And Tennessee being able to come out and beat Houston shows what kind of a job
Rick Barnes
is
the
doing.
collector.
I mean, it's insane. You know, you've talked about it several times, the recruiting ability of Rick Barnes.
Yes, he assembles a roster just about better than anybody in college basketball. I mean, Kelvin Sampson might be, right up there. With,
yeah, and it's just
two
like,
very respected coaches.
It's just, how does he find these players? It's insane. You know, I mentioned Gillespie, but it's not just Gillespie. I mean, there's talent all over the floor, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Akbara, probably one of the better defenders, in my opinion.
Yeah, if somebody's coming up and it's one-on-one versus him, he's blocking the shot.
Yeah, and it's just impressive. I mean, Tennessee, I feel more confident in this team going Final Four if we stay healthy better than I have probably in the past 5 to 6 years, and that's saying quite a bit because we've had
some studs.
But with the way this team is assembled, if we can stay healthy, I see no reason why we could not be in the Final Four.
We should be in the Final Four. There's been many years in which, I mean, this goes all the way back to the Bruce Pearl era, and I'm not even talking about the Elite Eight year in which we lost to Michigan State. I'm talking about the 07 year, which we were up by 20 on Ohio State. That was his best team.
Mm-hmm.
And he just couldn't get it done. But then, Rick Barnes, you ran into a team that ultimately, had Zach Edey. There was nothing you can do about that.
No.
And then last year with Houston,
I mean,
they're just a really talented team. They were shooting lights out that day.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is these players, they all know each other.
Of course.
I mean, they've
been playing AAU ball.
Yeah, they've been playing AAU ball.
EYBL.
Yeah.
For the past 7 years.
They all know each other. They all know their strengths, their weaknesses. I mean, it's no secret, you know. And looking at what Gillespie has done so far this year compared to other collegiate basketball players, he is probably number one, number two, as far as just pure skill and talent. I mean, that's how impactful he is on the floor.
Right.
And that's saying something. I mean, you don't see that at UT very often.
No, you don't. And, it's very rare that well, I say it's rare for us, but I mean, it's really not at this point.
It's really not, but for just the overall, it's kind of like, Dalton Knecht, great player, right? But everybody knew where the ball was going.
Yes.
Dalton Knecht, every time.
I mean, you look at the day that he dropped 37 on Auburn.
Yes.
And you look at what he was doing that game. I mean, he outscored the entire Auburn team by himself in the last 10 minutes of that game.
Yes.
The biggest focus of that game in the second half, get the ball to number 3 and get out of his way.
Yes. And with Gillespie, he has that same potential, but he also knows how to distribute the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not afraid of contact. He knows his role, and he plays it very well. And he is your typical NBA point guard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's built like it. The young man, he looks like it.
Yeah. And the thing is, and with the NBA, the way it's set up, there were concerns about people drafting Dalton Knecht. They're like, well, we think he's too old. It's like, he's 23 years old.
Yeah.
But 23 years old to an NBA executive is like saying, hey, this guy's 30 years old to an NFL executive.
Yep.
Like, that's how this works. And unfortunately, if the way the NBA wants it, they want you to be at least 19 or 20. Or at most, 19 or 20 coming into the league, because that's how they feel they can maximize your potential. Because it's not based off of what you're doing now; it's based off of your potential. Yeah. I don't like that, but at the same time, that's just how the world is.
Yeah, I mean, Zakai, he was 23, 24. He was too old.
He would never make it in the NBA regardless.
And then this Jacoby Gillespie, 21. He is right there at the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the kid will go pro after
Probably.
this year. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
He's really good. But it's, like you said, NBA and NFL, two totally different.
Two different realms.
Different realms. You got to think NFL, we'll use offensive line just as an example.
Yeah.
You don't see an offensive lineman a majority of the time past the age of 32, 33. You have those few that
hang around.
You know, your Jason Kelsey's, Whitworth. You'll have your
Jeff Saturday hung around for a minute, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You'll have a few offensive linemen that have that longevity. You know, quarterback position, they're playing into their 40s now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, they're the most protected position in football.
NBA, you've got LeBron, Chris Paul. They're 40.
Steph Curry's getting there.
Steph Curry's getting there. I mean, that does not happen.
No.
At the NBA level, just because of, you got to think, football, we hit people.
Yes. There's a reason the majority of people are done by the time of the 30.
Yeah. We hit people, and we hit people hard, except for the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Soft players, don't get me going. Quarterbacks are soft.
But the NBA?
The NBA is conditioning. You're running all the time.
Your knees will give way eventually.
Yes. And we're seeing a lot of Achilles injuries.
Yep.
Have you noticed that?
A lot more than what we used to?
A lot more than we used to.
Because, I mean, you got to think, you know, we see it now. It's like, oh, it's another one. But, like, when Derrick Rose, you know, and keep in mind, he shouldn't have been in that game to begin with.
He shouldn't have.
You know, we're going all the way back with this one, like 2011, 2012. But when he planted and you saw his knee explode, like, that was a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of it might have had to do with the fact that he is Derrick Rose and he is such a huge star, and the fact that was Chicago's, like, the best thing they'd had since Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So you look at that,
mm-hmm.
and then you look at all these that are happening today. It's like, what are we doing now or what did we not do then that we're doing now?
I mean, I've got an idea, and it's thrown around quite a bit, but the difference in shoes, right? You look at a majority of we'll use the Jordan brand.
Yeah.
Just because it's massive.
They're made more like a trainer shoe.
They're made more like a trainer shoe now.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, early 2000s, they were high tops. They gave more support.
Matthew, I got a project for you. And you know what's funny is I can't remember who I had this conversation with, but I was like, man, back in my day, we wore the Hirachis, the Shocks. They're like, those are not basketball shoes. I'm like, oh, no. Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, we
had them. Look up Nike Huarache 2K7, I think is what it was.
I'm not sure.
No, 2K4. 2K4.
Or the Kobe Adidas shoes that looked like they were real boxy.
The T-Max were real boxy.
The T-Max were too, but I think the Kobe's he had some that were as well. But
T-Max were the best basketball shoe of all time.
Everybody wanted T-Max. And the reason is, though, I mean, if you look at it, though, honestly.
It was designed for a basketball player.
They're designed for a basketball player. They have ankle support. They support the back of your heel. And you see players now that are playing in trainer shoes.
Yes.
There's no ankle support. There's nothing. And, you know, you see these players there they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a basketball shoe back in the day.
And see, that goes back. You didn't see a ton of Achilles injuries back then.
No, because you had more support around your ankles. I mean, the thing with that, I mean, you just look at everything now, and I'm going to give you another one to pull up, Matthew. Look up the Nike Raphael, or I think you can just spell Rafa, R-A-F-A, 1. I'm going to show you exactly what they're being made like today. So what he's about to pull up is the first tennis shoe, like actual tennis court shoe that I wore. And this is what they're being made more like today. And you look at it, and it's like...
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the ankle support?
There is none. Which you also don't need that in tennis because you're not trying to jump out of the gym. You're just trying to be able to plant and not roll your ankle.
I mean, so
because they actually, like, if you notice, like, back towards the heel, how it kind of bows out a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's giving you more support on your heel.
Yeah.
That way, when you go to plant, you're not just going to completely roll over.
Yeah. And so the thing is, I don't like LeBron James, but if you look at LeBron James' line in Nike, they're all that above ankle.
Yep.
You know who's not had an Achilles injury?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. You know who, as bad as it pains me, has or is the most explosive player in the NBA?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, who else doesn't have injuries? If you're wearing the standard, like Jordan, like the 36, 37, the 38.
Yeah. And see that in that picture, it doesn't look like those are high, but that is right at the ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see on the back of that shoe how it comes up and supports where that Achilles attaches.
Yep.
To the heel. You see how high up that comes? It's insane. It comes up above the tongue of the shoe. Well, close to it.
I'm trying to figure out the design on that.
It's insane. It doesn't make sense.
Makes no sense at all. Makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you're starting to see the same with football cleats. I mean, we used to have to wear high-top cleats all the time. If you wore, ankle-cut cleats at practice, everyone's like, dude, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, so I can't speak on other positions. I can speak about offensive, defensive line.
You have to wear.
You have to have that extra support. Now, granted, yes, we've got wraps on our ankles. Yes, we've got wrap on our knees.
Some of y'all be looking like robots.
Yes, and it is like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to think on the football field, the person that's going to get hit every single play, offensive, defensive lineman.
Of course.
Every single play. And anything that I can do to help protect my ankles and my knees, I'm going to do. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well, of course. If you're a quarterback, what are you wearing? You're wearing a rib protector.
Yeah, you're wearing a cage protector.
Yep.
You're wearing back plates. Offensive linemen, we don't wear that. We've got enough cushion.
Yeah.
We don't wear the rib protector. We don't wear the back plate. We don't wear the roll or the cowboy collar.
I love a cowboy collar.
That I had a cowboy collar in high school and loved it, but you don't see that much anymore.
What extra support did that really give?
Quite a bit, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, because the way that like the Rydell cowboy collar worked is your helmet set down, so it goes on the.
So it has like a divot in it.
So like here's the back of your pads, right? And
Yeah.
there's a divot where the pads connect. So it's sitting like this, right? That cowboy collar screws in and it sits up above everything, and then inside of it there's a divot to where a helmet can sit down on top of that. And your head can't get pushed all the way back. It can only get pushed back so far. And then that helmet hits on that cowboy collar and helps keep your neck from
full-blown snapping,
popping back.
I'll say this, man. When you talk about guys that wear those, first of all, if you want one or if you wear one, I want you on my team.
Yes. They mean business.
If you wear one and then you pull your jersey up over it, and I'm on the opposing side, we're not sending the ball that way.
No.
No, that person's a psycho.
No, but it's all, and you don't see a quarterback wearing that. You don't see a wide receiver, running back. You got your offensive and defensive linemen and your linebackers.
And running backs.
Yeah, you don't see that.
You don't see it anymore.
You don't see it anymore. But
like
in
late 2000s, early 2010s, you saw it.
You saw it, but, nowadays – your offensive, defensive linemen, and linebackers will be the ones that have something like that.
Yeah.
And the only reason they wear it is just for head stability.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want your neck getting pulled 1,000 different ways. And there's so much that goes on in such a confined space. I mean, hands are flying.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing whatever you can to make sure somebody's blocked. And a lineman's body gets broke down really quick.
It does.
Comparing that to an NBA player. NBA, up, down, jumping. You're not having another 350-pound individual trying to annihilate you.
Right.
And, It's a totally different game, but you're still talking about professional athletes. I mean, these guys are basically born and bred to be professional athletes. And it's insane to see the difference. I mean, look at Kevin Durant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude's 7 foot tall and weighs like 215 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that just as skinny as a rail. 7 foot tall. You take that will not work in the NFL.
No, will not work at all.
NFL, you've got 6'7", 6'8". Matthew does
did it.
6'7". You know, you've got your bigger. I mean, I'm considered a bigger guy. I mean, I'm 6'7". But
by the way, how many times did you see that at the hockey game the other night?
Oh, a lot.
Like when they do the fan bony.
Yeah.
So Matthew, during one of the intermissions for the Ice Bears games, you can get on what's called the fan bony. Like I think you pay to be on it, and then they literally just let you up on a Zamboni and they drive you around the ice for everybody to see. Well, anytime there are kids on this thing, Daniel, what are they doing? That's all you see.
Oh, guess who won on the hockey puck throw?
Who?
Me.
You won the chuck-a-puck?
Yeah, I won a chuck-a-puck.
Daniel?
I didn't know we were in the presence of a celebrity.
Matthew, you listen, and you listen good. I've been trying to win that ever since 2006, and I have never won chuck-a-puck. How in the world? What did you win?
Mine. I landed on the Texas Roadhouse one.
Of course, he lands on a good one.
Yeah, I landed on the Texas Roadhouse one. It's a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse.
So we'll see. So when are we going to Texas Roadhouse?
I don't know. Depends on how nice you are to me, Producer Matt.
Can we get ribs?
Yeah. Put a beauty filter on me, and we'll be good.
I've been trying to do that for years.
I was saving that just for this show. I didn't tell you.
I'm so mad.
I didn't tell you at all, did I? I didn't tell you at all.
No.
Oh, here's the beauty filter. There.
Oh,
that looks better.
No, make me reappear. Sweet. Nice.
There you go.
There we go. That is the beauty filter. All right, can we get Daniel back on the screen? But one of the things you notice when you're in there, obviously it has to be cold down on the ice.
Yes.
Otherwise, the thing does not do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, like all the logos and stuff you see, those are actually banners that are laid down as they pour water over to freeze the ice.
Yep.
And, some seats you sit in, it's not really that cold in there. And as you walk in, it is really, really warm in the Civic Coliseum. Now, could you imagine if they don't do the maintenance on that?
No.
Could you imagine walking in and it's 32 degrees like right as you walk into the Civic Coliseum? That'd be miserable.
It'd be miserable.
And we don't want that to happen to any of our listeners. Guys, if you need anything done for your heating and air, call Martin and Effler at 423-951-6249. One of the things they like to offer, Daniel, they like to offer maintenance plans. And with everything coming up, of course, everybody was there for Thanksgiving, all good. Well, then, some people, do this deal where they have people coming over for Christmas. People still do that. But if you're having that happen, you don't want to be caught, not having any heat in the house because it's going to be really, really cold over these next few weeks. And it's probably going to be really, really cold on Christmas. We don't want anybody sitting in a cold house on Christmas. We want you to call Martin and Effler, 423-951-6249. Maintenance plans, new units, they'll get it all done for you. Martin and Effler, check them out. Daniel, I cannot wait for this next segment.
You're a little bit excited?
Just a little bit excited about the water cooler.
Just a little bit excited.
And I can't even talk about something that happened on Friday while I was on the clock because if I did, no, my luck, somebody would find it.
We can talk hypotheticals.
No, we can't talk hypotheticals. I'm just going to tell y'all during the break, then y'all can tell everybody how funny it was. Send us to break, Matthew. Stay with us. Jake Miller Sports Talk continues right here on WLAF.
When you think loans, think green and look for us under the big green sign. First National Bank on the 4-lane La Follette. Our hometown staff welcomes you by today. See Brian. Ask for Carrie. Look for Beth behind the counter. or see Taylor at the drive-thru. First National Bank Oneida, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Your family, your future, your bank. First National Bank. Cougar fans, get your First National Bank Orange and Blue Cougar debit card.
At Grace Rehab, we have one goal in mind: to improve your quality of life. We provide physical, occupational, and speech therapy for all ages. Grace's therapy and treatment plans are individualized for each patient.
Well, my doctor didn't think I would be to this point at this time, and I wouldn't have been had it not been for the rehab center here at Grace.
Oh, I like all the people that's here, and they've been real nice, and I've had a ton of fun with them.
Grace Rehab, we want to help you feel your best.
Hi, my name's Amanda Pemberton. I'm a lifelong Campbell County native, former Lady Cougar. I'm a personal lines agent here at Gray Insurance. I would love to help you out with all your home, auto, life insurance, and health needs. We're an independent agency, so we can offer you a wide variety of companies. Come see me and I'll be glad to help you with all your insurance needs. Thanks.
I'm Daniel Dagley, and it's that time of year again. Come see us at Gray Insurance for all your health care needs.
If you're looking for quality at bargain prices, look no further than Hammers in Clinton. Family owned and operated, Hammers is there to help you stretch that dollar. Need jeans? Hammers has them. Need boots? Hammers has those. Need something orange for game day? Hammers has that as well. And don't forget to check out their home decor. When you visit Hammers in Clinton, you save money and time with a one-stop shop. And don't forget that RC and moon pie before you leave. Hammers, off the Clinton exit, just past Community Trust Bank. Easy to find, easy to shop.
Need tires and alignment? How about an oil changer, maybe brake work? Whatever your car, truck, or SUV needs, the folks at Hensley Tire and Service are ready to help you. When it comes to your vehicle, come to Hensley's Tire and Service. You'll find us in La Follette, where Indiana meets Beach. For your next set of tires or service needs, call Hensley Tire and Service, 423-563-8473.
Go Cougars!
Hi, I'm Macy Wilcox, the owner of La Follette Nutrition, and at La Follette Nutrition, we support the Cougars. Stop by and get a loaded tea and shake or a superfood bowl. And don't forget, we have seasonal menus. We're located at 240 West Central Avenue, Suite 9, across from First Baptist Church.
I'm Bailey Ball. Come see my dad, Billy, at La Follette Mine Supply. Hey, he's my dad too. Come see our dad. For septic tanks, PVC pipe, septic chambers, and rebar.
The staff at LUB.
I'm Bailey Ball. Come see my dad, Billy, at La Follette Mine Supply. Hey, he's my dad too. Come see our dad. For septic tanks, PVC pipe, septic chambers, and rebar. Be sure and ask about our low prices on Tractor Ag Fluid, Def Fluid, and Rotella T4 motor oil. What's that? No kids zone? You can read?
Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Jake Miller Sports Talk right here on WLAF. Guys, the water cooler is presented by our friends at Jake Miller Travel Agency. If you need any of your travel needs done, find Jake Miller on Facebook at Jacob Miller or send an email to jakelloydmiller@icloud.com. DanielWaterCooler.com. Daniel, it is time for the water cooler. And yes, I just plugged myself.
I didn't know you were a travel agent.
I am a travel agent. Matthew, did you know I was a travel
That
agent?
is news to all of us right now.
Yeah.
I know Mama Missy is.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know Jacob Miller was.
Oh, yeah. We're both travel agents.
Cool.
You ever know somebody with, like, just the oddest jobs? Like, they've got, like, 6 jobs, but only one of them's real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you?
We're not there yet. But, you know, it was an easy course. Easy course. I was like, well, if anybody wants to travel, I might as well book their vacations for them because I help a lot of people book theirs anyway. I was like, well, why not?
Well, do you have any wild vacation stories?
Do I have any wild vacation stories?
Wild vacation stories?
Matthew, I was in the Army, I was in a fraternity, and I was an athlete. Where do you think this is going?
Same. Except I wasn't in a fraternity. I just lived on the strip at UT.
Oh.
You ever had your best friend, for whatever reason, just say, guys, watch this sprint? And it's like, what? This is not somebody that runs either. I actually take that back. He was a cross-country runner. But he says, guys, watch this sprint. Well, he doesn't see a rope that is just right there. We're like in the dark. It's like, I'm like, what are you doing? Well, next thing you know, he trips and he skids. He just tore his knees up.
Have you ever been 450 pounds and your roommates dare you to jump off of a 2-story deck?
Why did you do that?
Onto a table.
Oh.
Because there might have been some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some drinks.
Some Mountain Dew.
Some Mountain Dew.
Some libations.
Yep, some libations involved. And old Danny boy here was feeling mighty fine.
He got brave.
And I've never met a dare that I wouldn't take. And needless to say, I made it through that table because we was watching wrestling beforehand. I ended up at UT Medical Center with 2 broke ribs.
Oh.
Well, did you at least get the win?
Oh, yeah.
Well, good. That's all that matters.
There was a video. There's a video of it, too. Somewhere.
That video needs to be destroyed. That video needs to be destroyed.
I think it needs to be aired on TV 10.
No.
Because there was a lot of language in that video that does not need to. It is not a representative of, or it doesn't represent who I am today.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine, though, just me, all 450 pounds, flying through the air like a whale out of water?
Like Rikishi.
Yes. It was like,
when he jumped off the cage.
It's like Rikishi jumping off the cage. I mean, just fat flopping everywhere.
Well, you know what's bad? When Rikishi did that, he was actually paying tribute to Superfly Jimmy Snuka. What's the difference in Rikishi and Jimmy Superfly Snuka?
About 250 pounds, I'd say.
Yes. I'm pretty sure he jumped onto Val Venus when he did that.
Yeah, no,
and Jim Ross sitting there, don't do it, Rikishi. Don't do it. You'll regret it the rest of your life. He killed him. And Rikishi might have hurt himself.
Listen, I've lived quite a bit.
Yeah, me too. But that's not, well, like you said, it's not a representation of who we are today.
No.
But, we talk about, Thanksgiving and whatnot Black Friday last week. Well, we completely missed Thanksgiving. Have you ever had a Thanksgiving dinner where just nothing was good?
Yes, absolutely. So
that was not my case. I had some really good food on Thanksgiving.
I did too. But this is, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
Just, we were at a family function.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say if it was mine, Katie's, whoever. We were at a family function, and salt and sugar look identical when they're just in a big tub, right?
Yep.
So
put some in your hand and taste it before you put it on, man.
I'd made my plate. Now, granted, this was Big Daniel. not who I am today. Mm-hmm. There's two different versions of Daniel.
There's two Daniels.
There was a Big Daniel, and there's Daniel now.
Yes.
Big Daniel, big helpings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, man, those mashed potatoes just look killer. And the year before, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I watched a big old jug of MSG get brought out and dumped in just about everything. So, of course, it's going to taste delicious.
Of course.
Well, next year, I'm like, okay, I know that this is loaded with MSG. It's going to be delicious.
You put sugar on it, didn't you?
The person that made it thought that she was salting the mashed potatoes. And instead of salt, it was just pure sugar.
You had potato ice cream.
And I have never turned away a potato in my life.
I love potatoes.
I took one bite and was like, this is just pure sugar. It's potatoes and sugar.
Wrong kind of sweet potato.
Yeah, wrong,
wrong kind of sweet potato.
Wrong kind of sweet potato.
Oh, man.
But no, that was like, okay, that was, and I asked Katie, I was like, are your potatoes sweet? She's like, yeah, a little bit. Now, granted, my wife is a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, that's just straight up sugar and potato.
Yep. Yeah, I've been fortunate. Yeah, I've not had any. I've always had a really good Thanksgiving meal. I've been very fortunate with that.
Oh, and I got my Thanksgiving chicken this year.
Yeah,
we had chicken, brisket, and turkey.
Oh, we had brisket too.
That sounds delicious, actually. Oh, man. You guys ever been to a chili cook-off?
Oh, yeah.
No, I've not.
So let me explain. So this is, and it was close to Thanksgiving, which is why I'm bringing it up. But, MTSU, homecoming, all the fraternities and sororities have a chili cook-off, right? Well, while all this is going on, everyone says, well, you need to go try the chili from that fraternity. And I was like, why? I'm like, is it great? And they're like, Jake, you just need to go try it. I was like, oh boy, let's see what we're about to get into here. So I go over, get a plate of it or a bowl, and I do the cheese, all that stuff you put on it. I took one bite of that. I might as well have just put my tongue in an ashtray that somebody just smoked a pack of L&M 100s in. It was the worst chili. Like, I finally went back over to the table after I tried to get it down. I eventually just put the bowl in front of my mouth, spit it out, threw it in the trash. And they're like, well, how was it? I'm like, no. I'm like, well, now we have to try it because
it was so bad.
Because you said it was so bad. And all of a sudden, everybody starts going to try it. I'm friends with a couple guys in a couple other fraternities. I'm like, hey, you go try that chili. You can go try that chili. They come back and they're like, Jake, what in the world was that? I'm like, buddy, I didn't make it. I don't know. But now the best part about that is I actually ended up having, I'm pretty sure we finished second place that year in the chili cook-off.
By the way, beans go in chili.
Beans do go in chili.
Like, if you're serving me chili with no beans, I'm not going to eat it unless it's on a hot dog.
No. But, and I love chili.
See, there's two different types of chili here, right? You got
there's
hot dog chili.
There's hot dog chili, and then there's soup chili.
Yes. Hot dog chili, no beans.
Correct.
No beans. Go down to Charlie's, one of our show sponsors.
No beans.
Get you 2 hot dogs all the way.
No beans.
No beans. Perfect. Delicious. Now, if you want a bowl of chili beans, oh, Lord have mercy.
Old Jake Miller hook you up.
And people up north, Skyline chili is horrible. I said it. I stand by my statement.
It's sweet. It's almost got like a cinnamon.
I do not like sweet chili.
No.
I want that savory chili powder and cayenne pepper just to smack me in the face and say, we're here.
See, I like my chili to be very, very spicy.
See, I like mine to be in the middle, like because I don't like sour cream. I'm weird. I don't like sour cream.
I don't like it on my chili either.
Just the texture of it for some reason, it's not my thing. But you take some onion and some Fritos and the big mound of cheese. Oh, mercy.
My friend Mike, that's in my small group at church, he actually has like jalapenos, like he grows his own jalapenos and habaneros and stuff like that. You put those in some chili, and you can tell it's fresh. Man, you're in business.
See, and also I don't like big chunks of potato, or not potato. I've got potatoes on the mind. Tomato.
Yeah.
So what we do is we'll buy a thing of Rotel. We put it in our food processor and make it into a liquid.
There you go. That's the best way to do it.
And you don't get the big chunks, but you still get the flavor and the kick of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yet again, tomatoes. Love ketchup. Love everything about a tomato except for the tomato.
Except for the tomato. That's just like, I don't know, if you ever got a pizza and like there's just a big chunk of a tomato like in the sauce.
Yep. Instantly ruins it for me.
It does. It like kills the entire pizza. So then I have to sit there and like try to figure out where the rest of them are at. I'm like picking tomatoes out.
Like when I go to Taco Bell and I order a Mexican pizza and they put tomatoes on top. Why? I have to pick them off. And I even tell them no tomatoes. You know what? And they still put tomatoes on my Taco Bell.
What's the worst fast food experience you've ever had?
Oh, pretty much every time I go to Taco Bell.
See, I love Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell too. But they always mess it up or forget something.
So I tried.
Yours is McDonald's. Listen, folks. So before the Clinton game that I broadcasted for WLAF,
I'd had a terrible day.
I called Jake, and I'm like, hey, do you want a drink? Yeah, well, I forgot to get the drink. Whatever. In the meantime, though, Jake is at McDonald's.
Poor Darlene. She was in the car with you.
Yeah. And Jake goes on just this rant about, they forgot this. I ordered this, and they didn't give it to me, and they put this on my burger.
No, it was mayonnaise on my hot and spicy meat chicken.
Yes.
I don't want mayonnaise on my hot
They
spicy.
put mayonnaise on my hot and spicy chicken sandwich. They gave me a small fry. I ordered a large fry. I mean, just a typical Jake Miller meltdown over fast food. So McDonald's has to be one of your like just top meltdown points.
Yeah, they're pretty much it. Everywhere else I go, I never have an issue.
See, mine, I don't know why. Mine is Taco Bell. I'll tell them, no. So, first of all, I think if you order a taco at Taco Bell, don't put lettuce on it. Just don't.
I don't like lettuce on mine.
Just don't. Don't put lettuce on it.
I will say I actually like it on the cheesy gordita crunch.
Make them all just meat and cheese. If you want the lettuce, say, add lettuce. Pay the 10-cent fee. Drop the price of the tacos back down to $1 and let us have our meat and cheese tacos for $1. I mean, come on now.
So are you one of these people, like if you go out to eat and say you're spending like $30 on a plate, $20 on a plate, if it's bad, are you sending it back or are you just trying to eat what you can and you're just not going back?
Oh, I'm sending it back 100%.
See, I'm one of these people, I will go and I will just be like, yeah, it's okay. And then I'll just not go back.
That's the way Katie is. I am not like that. When I order a filet, like if I'm going to a steakhouse and I order a filet, right, I do not get it above a medium rare. I don't. I think if you do it above a medium rare, you're ruining why you got a filet.
100%. I'm
Right.
sure Matthew would agree.
So if somebody brings me a filet and it is medium or more, I am sending it back.
You've ruined the steak.
You have ruined the steak. Bring me my medium rare.
You got to have some pink in your steak.
Bring me my medium rare. And I tell them it can be medium rare on the more side of rare. I don't want it blue rare.
No.
I'm not Patrick Peabley. No shot at Pat, but he likes his blue rare.
Pat, he does like his blue rare. I will say that.
But I am the one that will send food back. I do not care. But see, the thing is, though, is if I get my food and there's a hair or something in it.
Oh, I'm sending it back.
It doesn't bother me then. I'm serious as a heart attack. It doesn't bother me. I can just pick it out and keep on eating. It does not bother me. Because, I mean, I've worked in kitchens my entire life pretty much. Accidents happen. I understand that. You know, you wear a hairnet. Sometimes you still got hair that falls off clothing.
Your
whatever.
arms.
Your arms. Whatever. I mean, It doesn't matter. And that I'll just pick it out and keep on going. It doesn't faze me. Or somebody's like, don't go to this restaurant, they got roaches. Well, guess what, Becky? All restaurants have roaches.
You just don't know it.
You just don't know it. It is how well do they hide it?
Matthew's over there burying his head. Matthew.
Okay,
if someone tells you that a place has roaches, are you eating at it?
I don't care. Yeah.
As long as the food's good, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
There's many local restaurants in town that I've been told, oh, they have all this roaches and stuff. I don't care.
It's like, is the food good?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's all that matters.
Does it affect me? No. No, it don't.
It's not like they're putting the roaches in the food.
No.
Yeah, there's probably
now let
more
me
at my house.
Listen. Let me ask you this: have you ever been at a restaurant where a roach has crawled across a table?
No, but my buddy Gage Highslope, our friend from Jellicoe High School's basketball team, I forgot where he was. He was somewhere. I think it might have been in the Dominican or the Bahamas or somewhere. A chicken, like an actual chicken, jumped up on the table and started eating a chicken sandwich.
That's awesome, Matthew. Same question. Have you ever been at a restaurant?
I've not personally, but I've seen stuff on Facebook. But
well, you know everything on the internet's true.
Well, yeah.
Man, you get this for $5 on the TikTok shop.
Yeah, I have been in a hotel and there's a roach in the.
Now, see, that's where I'm weird though. If there's a roach in a hotel,
I'm out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
But if there's a roach at a restaurant and that food's good, I am there.
I'll go back.
Yep.
What if they have a really good continental breakfast?
Absolutely not.
No.
Give me an orange juice on the way out the door. That'd be about it.
Or you can upgrade me to a suite that's been freshly cleaned. I have been known to do that. I've done that a couple times. We've walked in and, you pull up the sheets just to check, and there's little black spots all over everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not sleeping in that. Bed bugs.
I was in a hotel down in Orlando back in October of last year. And, if you're staying next to SeaWorld, it's like, okay, well, and given the name of the hotel, it's like, okay, well, this is a really reputable hotel. Really good hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting, good quality, top of the line. And it was everything but.
Yeah. It's,
okay.
But.
If someone wants to go on a vacation and they want to find a good hotel, top tier, have a good experience on
call
vacation.
Jake Miller.
Yeah, who could you call?
Jake Miller.
Ghostbusters.
No, that's one of those things I cannot stand. I cannot stand a dirty hotel.
No, I can't either.
It's like top 3 things I can't stand in my life. Stinky people.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole again.
We ain't going to go down that rabbit hole. It's stinky people, mediocre food, and bad hotels.
Yeah. No, I can agree with all those.
And I-40.
I-40, your truck.
Stink.
Your truck.
My truck's not bad.
Listen,
the thing is, my truck's not even nasty. There's just stuff in it.
Every time I talk to Lexi.
She said that my truck eats things.
Yeah, every time I talk to Lexi, I'm like, how's Jake's truck? She's like, about what you expect.
Jeez.
About what you expect.
My goodness. That is your water cooler presented by Jake Miller Travel Agency. If you need anything, find me on Facebook or send an email to Jake Lloyd Miller at iCloud.com. Stay with us. When we return, we're going to talk a little bit of Campbell County basketball as that season is underway. We got some games coming up this week that I'm very excited about. Just concluded the Thanksgiving tournament in which Campbell County gets their second win on the year, starting out 2-3. We're going to talk about that and more when we return. Stay with us. Jay Miller Sports Talk continues right here on WLAF.
The staff at LUB, La Follette Utilities Board, is there for you. You may be needing new service at your future home. LUB crews bring the experience, know-how, and equipment to put you in service. And when troubles arise, LUB crews are there, no matter the hour or the day, to restore your service. Connect to LUB.org or call 423-562-3316 for assistance on new service, existing service, or to report an outage. Count on LUB to be there.
Since 1917, People's Bank of the South has been providing banking services to our friends and neighbors in Campbell and surrounding counties. Along with traditional services, we offer the latest technology as well, including contactless debit cards, mobile banking, remote deposit, mobile wallets, and more. All this, and we are still here to answer the phone when you call. Stop by and see us today. People's Bank has 3 convenient locations. Our main office is in the heart of La Follette, a second location in Jacksboro near the mall, and our Clinton branch is just off I-75 at exit 122. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
BP is here for you. Rice Oil features BP at Big O's Valley and at Cumberland Crossing BP. BP provides the energy that keeps Campbell County and America moving. Amoco is here for you. Amoco brings you the quality fuel that Americans have been trusting for more than 100 years. Find Amoco at West End Amoco. Save 15 cents a gallon on BP and Amoco every time you use your BP card. Apply today. BP, Amoco, from Rice Oil, La Follette.
This is TCAT Jacksboro President Dr. Debbie Petrie. Our new campus is being constructed, and this is Building A on the right as you enter campus. It'll house administration, student services, classrooms, plus a large meeting room. Building B is at the back of the campus. It is a football field and a half in length, housing welding, power sports, and more. Most of the current TCAT building's original structures will be demolished to make room for the new parking lot. We have a bright future at TCAT.
Get your game plan together and know where to go before an emergency arises. When life trips you up, La Follette Medical Center's FAST ER stands ready to address your healthcare needs. From treating broken bones to caring for life-threatening conditions, the emergency room at Tenova Healthcare's La Follette Medical Center is the ultimate team player. Learn more at TenovaLaFollette.com.
Tennessee Gas is your family-owned and operated one-stop shop, full-service propane and welding supply company. Whether it's your propane tank swap for changing suppliers or a complete new propane tank and service install, Tennessee Gas does it. See the welding supply showroom. Ask about leased welding gases, ideal for welding or small car shops. Live and local when you call, and your purchase dollars stay right here at home. Highway 116 on the county line. Tennessee Gas, small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. Keeps your family warm one tank at a time.
And now, for your complete analysis of all things Campbell County athletics and beyond, it's Jake Miller Sports Talk on WLAF.
Welcome back. Jake Miller Sports Talk continues right here on WLAF. Guys, if you haven't already, which if you've lived in Campbell County at any point in your life, you know where to go. Charlie's Pizza. Guys, hometown joint. Best pizza in the game.
Yeah, best pizza.
And I would put it up there with any pizza in East Tennessee.
Best hot dogs.
Best hot dogs. Good. Sandwiches.
Hey, that chicken wrap, that bacon.
Hey, that wasn't no joke, was it?
Bacon ranch, or chicken bacon ranch. Mm-hmm. Chicken wrap. Danger.
Did you ever get the spaghetti? Because that was a big thing for a while, is everyone would go to Charlie's and get the spaghetti.
I used to get the spaghetti, but since I got introduced to those wraps and hot dogs, changing. Oh man, it makes it difficult. Oh, it does. And me having a tiny stomach now makes it even worse. Because I want to go in and get the buffet, which it's only available from like 10:30 or 11 to like 4 now. Mm-hmm. Their buffet is. It's $15, and you get all the pizza, all the lasagna, all the spaghetti that you could want, and you get the salad.
I love the salad.
And the drinks included. Shoot,
you can't beat that.
No, I used to go to Charlie's and I could down some pizza.
Well, and we were having this conversation. It was actually me and my mom, and she was talking about how she and Dad were traveling somewhere. And for them to go to Wendy's, it was going to be every bit of $30 by the time you actually got, like, not just the junior burger.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're trying to eat dinner, you're wanting something you can put on your stomach. And
substantial to make it through the night, basically.
100%. And I was like, well, Mom, you're better off going to Charlie's and getting a large pizza, and then you can eat on that for 2 days.
Yeah.
So when someone brings up the argument, well, pizzas are expensive. No, pizzas used to be expensive. Now pizzas are the best option that you can get. So go on down to Charlie's, see our friends, get you a nice little standard pepperoni. That's always been my go-to. But the cauliflower crust, that stuff is no joke. You can get that in multiple sizes, by the way. That is not something you can do at, I would say, the majority of pizza places.
Listen,
I've never seen another place that can give you a size option.
I've never seen it either.
Crust.
Yeah, I know producer Matt over there, his go-to is large cauliflower crust, well done, chicken bacon ranch pizza.
It's the best there is.
I know Matthew could eat the entire pizza by himself. I was telling our viewers about your Charlie's cauliflower crust.
My favorite is just the sausage pizza. They load it down with sausage, and you can tell it's quality ingredients. Like, you go down the road from the radio station, get a pizza. Until it's kind of, of course it's all processed, but you can really tell this place. But if you go to Charlie's, you can tell this is fresh, and this is, you feel better eating. You feel better after you eat Charlie's than if you go down the road.
A competition.
Folks, if you haven't noticed, we haven't been at Charlie's in what seems like forever.
I miss it.
I do miss Charlie's.
We may have to go back to doing Thursday nights just to get our pizza.
We'll table that idea. But guys, I did want to jump into some Campbell County basketball real quick. Of course, Campbell County right now sitting at 2-3. Had the win against Oliver Springs in the first game of the year. Got a chance to talk with Ernie Matt Clausen after the game, and he's really excited about some of the stuff that can be done here this year. And, of course, there's no seniors on this team. Nope. So it's something, hey, we can build on this.
Yeah.
We can start this year and turn it into something very, very special next year. Of course, the win against Oliver Springs with 3 losses to, Lenora City, lost that game by 11 points, South Doyle, and then West Green. But then they come out on Black Friday and beat the Knoxville Ambassadors, a team that they will play later in the year in February. And then, of course, this week we have Scott County at home. That game is going to be tomorrow, or Scott High School, excuse me, and then Oneida at Oneida this Friday. Both those games, the girls' game will start at 6. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we can perform against those schools, because those are schools, and we don't really play them a lot in football, but it seems like they're a mainstay in basketball.
They are really good in basketball. Both those schools are.
They are.
And
Oneida was a team, like, growing up, like, they always intimidated me just because they had, like, the orange.
Yeah, they've got a band that plays. It's,
one of the few that has a band. Nobody has a band anymore.
Yeah, one of the few. And, see, I got last year went up to Oneida, and, of course, the head coach at Anderson County, Jordan Jeffers, he coached at Oneida. And just kind of getting some of the insight and some of the background on that. Oneida is, basketball up there it's serious business.
It's serious business up there.
And especially football's serious business at Oneida as well.
Yes.
Scott County football is not as prevalent.
Right. But they are proud of their basketball program.
They are very proud of their basketball program.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we start some district play next week.
Against Carnes.
And,
we'll have a district game against Carnes. That game will be on the 9th, so that'll be next Tuesday. That'll be at home. And then we don't play another district game until January the 6th.
Yeah, and then that just turns into a grueler of the whole month of January is just absolutely brutal, it looks like. It's all district.
Because then you got to think, there's a home and home this year with both Scott County and Oneida. So, of course, Scott County is going to be here on Tuesday. We go to Oneida on Friday. But then later in the year, obviously, Oneida is going to be here, and then Scott County will be the last game of the year on the road. So I'm really excited to see what Ernie Mac and company can do. And then I did want to talk a little bit about, what's going on the other side of the mountain.
Oh, Jelly Rock.
Jellicoe. Now, obviously, we know the state tournament run a few years ago. Carson Bolton, and those guys just absolutely went down there and lit it up.
Uncle Mike has a thing going.
He's got it going, and he told me that he's excited for this year. And then talking to a few of the parents and a couple other coaches, they're very excited about what they could potentially do.
Yeah.
This year. So we're going to be monitoring both teams to see what's going on. And of course, I want to give a shout out to DJ Osborne. It's making it possible, to get real-time live shots of these games. So want to give a shout out to him for that. Thank you so much for that. But, looking at high school basketball this year, of course, we think football can get a little crazy, with the one-time transfers and everything like that. Well, you ever heard of a thing called AAU basketball?
Yep.
How crazy can that get?
It gets intense.
Basketball, it's one of those deals too. You have a football player in your family, in your household that's a freshman, they want to transfer. Well, they still might have to wait a year or two to get on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball, if you're good enough, you're going to play.
Oh, yeah. You've got – so to put this in terms of football, Grace started an 8th grader this year, right? That does not happen very often.
And he can play.
You take that in basketball, you've got kids now that are in these AAU games that their local high school, granted, these kids could be in middle school, and you're looking at that kid and you're going, how can I get him on my team now?
Yes.
Just because they're
8th and 7th graders that can actually whip up on some of these juniors and seniors.
Yes. It is insane. When I was in middle school, you in middle school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were like, what, 4 or 5? Granted.
5, 6.
So you've not grown since then. I got it. And I can remember when I was in 5th grade, I was the size of my dad. I was 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
I was the abnormal size kid.
Yeah, you were the center.
Yeah. I was the abnormal sized young man, kid. Now you see kids my size back then more often. Your 3rd through 5th graders are now 5'10" to 6 foot, and you're going, holy moly, how? And then they're playing up and AAU ball. They're playing against, I was reading an article. There was a team of 5th graders and as an AAU school or AAU team. All it had was 5th graders.
Okay.
Went against a team out of California that was sophomores through seniors. The team of 5th graders annihilated that sophomore through senior team.
I wouldn't lace up again.
It was like 110 to like 40 something.
That's insane. I was watching a game, and I might have even shared this with you guys, but it was a middle school game out of Memphis, northern Mississippi, that area. Keep in mind, this is a middle school game. I'm talking windmill dunks.
It's insane.
And I thought I was watching a high school game at first, but these kids, they're jumping out of the gym. They're just doing these insane things with the basketball. I'm like, yeah, if they were to go up against La Follette Middle School when I played, there's no way we could have competed.
No. And, Campbell County's got talent. Will Crowley.
Averaging 15 a game. He's going to be out for the next 3 weeks, but we'll give him time to get ready for not conference play, but district play coming up here in a month.
Addie Coleman, she's a freshman that starts for Campbell County's women's basketball.
Yeah.
She was a powerhouse in middle school, comes in to Campbell County and is still a powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great defender. You're seeing more and more of, especially in basketball, freshmen, sophomores that are getting an opportunity early to get eyes on them. Because at the end of the day, for a high school athlete, what you need are eyes on you.
Yes.
In football, there's 11 people on each side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to keep up with 11 people.
You can keep up with 5.
You can keep up with 5. And so if you can be that star player or one of the star players, Campbell County had Sailor Hutchison last year, who's now at Campbell University or Campbellsville. It's something like that. She was a stud for Campbell County last year, or for several years, actually. I mean,
well, something that doesn't get recognized enough is the talent that the girls' basketball program at Campbell County has been able to develop.
Oh, yeah. It's been –
and that goes all the way back to, when Sherry Chapman played.
Yeah. I mean, you've had –
Sherry, I didn't mean to make you sound old. I'm sorry.
You've had great coaches. Brad Honeycutt was there.
Mm-hmm.
Did a phenomenal job. I mean, it's just
Brian Browning.
And these people are putting so much effort into the local basketball scene that it's great to see. It really is. I mean, Campbell County's football program clearly wasn't up to par this year.
Right.
But our basketball team,
this town rallies around the basketball team.
I mean, yeah, and it's good to see. I would love to see Campbell County continue to be great in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It clearly the basketball teams have figured out how to retain players.
Yes,
and that's a good thing.
And then you look at we got 4 guys that are averaging double figures right now. Will Crowley, Caden Heatherly, Hunter Dotson, Jake Hatmaker. I mean, those guys are out there just competing.
Yeah, I know Jake Hatmaker. I used to go to church with him. He's a good young man and can shoot the eyeballs out of a 3.
Well, then you got Jack Sexton. He's out there averaging 9.6. I mean, he's almost –
yeah, he's right there. I mean, that's 5 players right at 10 points a game.
100%.
And that's impressive. And, of course, Campbell County does have the best CCO in all of basketball. Mr. Caden Poston, the line preacher.
The man.
The man. Shane White as well. Shout out to Shane.
Shane's keeping Caden in line. That's what it is.
I don't know about that. I think they just compete to see who can get crazy.
I mean, and then you look at, other aspects of the game. We just talked about Hunter Dotson. I mean, he's also averaging 7.2 rebounds a game. I mean,
yeah. No, it's really good to see. Like I said, football program struggling. Our basketball programs at Campbell County are
fun to watch.
I mean, they are. If if our viewers have the opportunity, go out and watch a couple games.
Yes.
I mean, it's not expensive. You can get in fairly cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have a good time. Take your family. That's a big thing too. Is a lot more kids now can relate to basketball players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a more attainable goal, a more immediate goal.
Well, and let's call this like it is. I mean, if you're a kid, you got a basketball goal anywhere nearby, you can go get a basketball and go shoot by yourself.
Exactly.
If you want to play football and you live, we'll take Long Hollow Road, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That's one big road, and there's not really an easy way to get from neighbor's house to neighbor's house unless you're walking through the yard. And who's to say that other kid wants to play football?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to develop football skills in a place like this than it is basketball skills.
Yeah. And, if you've got a young kid, take them and let them watch some of these high school games. They will love it. It gives your child an opportunity to see what they could become.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about our Will Crowley, Addie Coleman's, Reagan Davis, all of these players. They've spent the time in the gym shooting the ball, but at one point they were that young kid.
Yes.
That went and watched somebody play,
mm-hmm.
and they're like, I want to do this. I think I can be as good as them.
Right.
And so they can spend the hours shooting a goal at the house, in a gym. I mean, gyms are easy to find.
Yes.
Right? We've got the
got the rec center.
Rec center. You've
the
got
old West La Follette.
Old West La Follette.
Old East La Follette.
Boys and Girls Club now.
That's coming.
Yeah, coming. So there's opportunities. But, folks, I encourage you to get out and
we have basketball courts, like outdoor courts, all over
Yeah.
the place. Now, granted, sometimes you're going to have to play on a double rim, and that makes a big difference. But, I mean, you look at Cove Lake.
Yep.
There's a basketball court.
Yep.
I mean, you go over to the Housing Authority. They have a basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
There's basketball courts there.
They're available. And taking your kid to watch something, and, me and Jake were talking a little earlier about hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take Caden to his first hockey match. The kid has never been engaged with football baseball, basketball. It's never really been his thing.
Right.
But I took him to watch the Ice Bears, and he was so engaged. Just, Daddy, what does this mean? What does this mean? What is this?
Right.
Why are they doing this?
And you're kind of learning with him.
And I'm learning with him because
Yeah.
I've never been, I mean,
it's like we knew they were there. We knew they were
Yeah.
fun to go to, but we never really took the time. And,
to
when,
learn.
Well, that's like when Lexi and I, we went to our first game. It's been about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I really enjoy this. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's get season tickets. So
Yeah.
we did that. And it's like, the first thing I did is I actually went home and on EA Play, I downloaded NHL 25. It's like, I don't care enough to get the new one, but it's like, okay, well, this is free. Let me
Yeah.
get this and try to learn as I'm playing, because back in the day when you wanted to learn a roster, what did you do? You played the video game because that was the easiest way to learn the roster.
Yep.
And, I'm not trying to learn rosters or anything like that, but it's easy for me to understand the rules of hockey. It's like what, constitutes an offsides call.
Yeah.
It's like, I could have told you a little bit about it, beforehand, crossing the blue lines, crossing into certain zones. But now it's like, okay, now I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
And, hockey's just one of those things, man. It's really niche,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this area. Up in the north, it's very popular.
that's-
I mean, they actually have an NCAA championship
Yeah.
for hockey. And, Tennessee's not a part of that. We just have club hockey, which sometimes they even play after the Ice Bears. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, I heard some people talking about it, but it's just so cool to watch your kid find something that they can latch onto.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've not had that chance to experience it yet, but there's something different about it.
Right.
I'm a former college athlete. I know what it takes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
First thing is the love of the game.
First thing is the love of the game. And to see a kid fall in love with a sport, and we are a sports show, right?
Yes. We're a sports family.
Yeah. But with my kid, I'd come to the understanding that he didn't like sports.
Right.
His mom is big into music. My kid loves to play drums. He takes drum lessons.
Mm-hmm.
But to finally find something that he's like, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, that's,
It's like it flips a switch.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's something that me and him could do together.
And you can do that for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, we can do that together for the rest of eternity. And so by our viewers being able to go and watch our men's and women's basketball programs at Campbell County, you very well may have that same bond or relationship built with your child just by going and watching a game.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, well, I don't have money or I don't have this. It's that simple, though. I mean, it really is. Because let's be honest, kids today need parents to be involved.
Yes.
And the easiest way to do that,
really now more so than ever, considering social media being what it is.
the easiest way to do that is to find a sport that you both enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Or if your kid enjoys it, you learn to pick up on it.
Yeah, you learn with them.
You learn with them. And it's just, it's something that will build that relationship to what you didn't think was possible.
Right.
And, it makes me a little emotional talking about it, just being able to have my kid, I can say, hey, you want to go to an Ice Bears game or you want to go to a hockey game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. And be like, this is cool. We're building experiences, building memories that he will have
For the rest of his
for
life.
the rest of his life off of a sport.
Mm-hmm.
There's no derogatory things said most of the time that he can hear.
Right.
It really is cool. And when Jake and I both are trying to express how we feel about a sport, we're coming at it from a place of passion and love for the game.
Of course.
We might sit here and
That's why I don't talk about soccer. I have
Yeah.
no love for soccer.
yeah, you might hear us sit here and talk bad about we'll say Tennessee.
Yes.
Tennessee's horrible. They're awful. We need to fire this person. Right? We're doing it out of love and passion.
Yeah, we want to win.
We want to win. We need to win.
Yes.
And parents being involved, helping their kids become involved in a sport builds a relationship. I can talk to if me and my dad are at odds with each other, we can talk sports and everything's okay. If Green Bay loses, you know who the first person to text me and tell me that Green Bay loses or lost is?
Who's that?
Benny Collins.
There it is.
It's just, me and Dad can be at odds. We talk about sports and everything's better. And I think, like I said several times, get your kids out. Get them involved in a sport. Let them see what they could be.
Yes.
People complain about Campbell County not having stuff. Well,
there's stuff there.
There's stuff there. We don't, this new sports complex that we're supposedly getting, we don't need that.
No.
It would be great to have, but we don't need it. Go support your local high school, local middle schools. Let your kids see what they could become. And that's all I've got on that.
Well, and two, you can confirm this.
Sorry, I took over that.
Oh, no, you're fine. I loved it. When one of the first things I learned this from a guy I started in radio with. If one of your co-hosts or one of your callers is saying something and they're telling the truth, you let them speak. Mm-hmm. That's something I learned really early on. But one of the things too that I want to emphasize with this is when you get your kids involved in a sport, is they're going to make friends they're going to have for the rest of their life.
Oh yeah,
they're going to have memories. If they run into somebody in public, this happened to me not too long ago. But it's like, hey man, you remember that time when we were playing at West La Follette, playing basketball together, and this happened. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that, dude. That was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, it just triggers a memory that...
I'm pretty sure we were 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, and it's just... It does something to you. It triggers that memory, and you can relive that moment with that person.
Yeah, and you leave happy.
Yes, you leave happy. It's, hey, do you remember that time we did this? Do you remember this? And it's just those little reminders, if you're not involved in a sport or... some kind of organized activity.
Well, it's what gets brought up to me, and I'll laugh every time I hear it.
What's that?
I was in second grade. Was I in second or third grade? I was either in second or third. So, obviously, my cousin, Matt Bolton. Mm-hmm. Well, Matt went to Wynn. Mm-hmm. My cousin, Jeff, Matt's dad, was the coach at Wynn at the time. Mike is the coach at West La Follette. Lucas Nelson has the ball. There's 30 seconds left in this game. And it was either tied, we were up 1, down 1, something. I think we were up by 1. Well, one of the girls, why the boys were playing before the girls this night, I don't know. But one of the girls just comes out onto the floor, kicks the ball out of Lucas Nelson's hands, and the referee didn't know what to do, so she just signaled win basketball. I'm like, oh no. Even at that age, I'm like, oh, he's about to blow up. I'm like, he is about to blow up. And then... all of a sudden, here goes Mike walking across the floor. Jeff Bolton calls timeout to help Mike out because we didn't have any timeouts left, but he knew what just happened, so he called timeout to help him, actually. So, only thing I hear is she looked at Mike, and she said, you better go over there and sit down. And he's like, I'll sit down when you get these girls off the floor. So then she grabs the ball, just slaps it, blows her whistle, scoot back, and then we don't hear what Mike's saying after that. Mike doesn't even get the team in the huddle. We're just standing there watching. I'm pretty sure Sherman Campbell down at Smith's Hardware is over there as the assistant, trying to keep the peace. Well, the next thing you know, here comes Mike walking back across the floor, doesn't say a word, just hauls off and kicks the chair, and it broke one of the support arms underneath. Doesn't get a tech or anything. I've seen Mike get plenty of techs.
But, yeah, this all just...
I'll never forget that.
It all just ties back into the love of the game. Finding something to get your kids involved in. Sports is the easiest thing in the world to bring people together.
It is.
It truly is.
If you don't think we're telling you the truth, 100,000 people fill into Neyland Stadium every time we have a football game.
Win, lose, or draw, we're going to have over 100,000 people at Neyland Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not for, yes, it's entertainment. Mm-hmm. It is.
You pay a lot of money for it.
You pay a lot of money for it. It's for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm.
For just the, for me, looking at a game, it's, the what could have beens.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody my size, it's like, I could have, if I would have done this differently, if I would have made a better decision here, I could have done it. That's me being reflective of my past. But still, it's like, okay, well, I've got a son.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't he do this?
Right.
Okay, well, he doesn't love this sport. He might like this sport, hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, let's start learning hockey. Let's get involved. And as parents, you have to get involved. Period. You have to get involved.
Because if not, your kid gets discouraged.
Yes. And you've got kids now. I'm going to tie this into college sports. Are you okay?
Did I have a coffee sitting here? What happened to my coffee? Matthew
took off with it and didn't make it. Matthew took off with Jake's coffee.
That is the first time that has ever, like, if that doesn't prove ADHD, I don't know what does.
Oh, man.
Anyway, but no, like, getting involved in your kids' sporting lives, that is essential.
It is. It makes a world of difference.
Well, it's like, take my little brother, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell never into sports, but he loved karate.
Yeah.
And seeing how invested mom and dad got in that was special, just because Mitchell found something that he was really, really good at.
Yeah.
Like, Mitchell, and, thankfully we had a really good instructor. I did it for a little bit, but Mitchell, like, went the distance with it. And, that's something he was very proud of, and I'm pretty sure is still very proud of. To this day, it's like, I was able to do this. It's like, well, heck yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's awesome. And, tying this in, your kid may not be the best athlete.
Right.
May not be.
Your kid ain't going to be LeBron James.
But if you show up for your kid, it will mean more than just about anything you can do for them in their life.
100%.
You can have the best athlete, and I'll use Boo Carter as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Stud.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute stud of a player.
But look what ruined him.
Look what ruined it. His parent. His mom.
Got too involved.
Got too involved.
Yes. And that's one of those deals. And, luckily, when I talk to Mike, he's like, I've never had a parent give me an issue over here. I think that attributes to a lot of their success.
Yeah. And just the parent engagement means the world.
But don't overstep.
But don't overstep. There's a fine line. And when you've crossed it. I know when I've crossed it with my son.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. But you've got to be there. You've got to show up. If they're willing, if your kid wants to spend the time to get better at something, be there for them.
Absolutely.
I mean, just be there for them.
Oh, man. Could you imagine? I'm trying to think of which movie this was. You ever seen Facing the Giants?
Yes.
So, Christian-based movie. Talks about the football team that eventually wins state. They even talked about just like, the kids transferring to a rival school. That's like one of the first things in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then later on in the show, or in the movie, one of the kids was like, my dad don't even like you. Thinks they ought to find somebody else. It's like, at that point, it's like, okay, kid vocalizing that doesn't help the head coach for one.
No.
Well, then that's going to trickle down to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you're going to have coaches like, take UCLA, for example, when Lonzo Ball was at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Did LeVar get too involved?
Absolutely.
But when you look at the result,
he knew his kids.
He knew his kids.
He knew his kids. And
which I don't think that LeVar Ball is the reason that dude at UCLA got fired.
No. But LeVar knew the potential of his three sons. Two of them are big-time players in the NBA.
Two of them have big contracts.
Yeah. The youngest one of all of them is
the best.
The best. I mean, it's insane.
See, I do think there's a point, too, where the coach doesn't know what he's doing. You look at Lonzo. When they, quote-unquote, fixed his shot because he did this weird thing where he'd, like, bring around the side.
Elbow.
Yeah.
The elbow mechanic was weird.
So they fixed it. Well, when they fixed it, that's when you started to see it come down.
Messed with his shot. I mean, you can see that in a couple NBA players. It's just, and I've never really talked about having parent engagement with the actual younger kids. But, you can tie all this back to Campbell County's basketball.
Yes.
The reason Campbell County is so good in basketball is because that's been instilled in this program. We win.
100%.
We put the effort in. We give it everything. And that is a learned trait.
Yes.
That is not a inherited trait. That is a learned trait.
That is a learned trait. Guys, before we leave.
Sorry for going on my rant, but.
No, I'm all for it. Before we leave, it's time for Matthew to put the headset back on. And we are going to make our picks for the week. It is championship week in college football. You have your big four.
Yes, there's going to be great football happening this week.
And then this one's going to get interesting. It's actually the first game that we're going to see that has playoff implications with it. The AAC, the American Athletic Conference. North Texas, 11-1.
Yep.
Tulane, ranked number 24 in the country. They win, they're in.
Tulane is not winning. They don't have a head coach.
They don't have a head coach. Matthew, Tulane or North Texas?
Tulane.
I'm going to go with the Mean Green. Give me North Texas.
I'm right there with you.
Big 12 championship. Playoff implications here. BYU wins. They're in. They lose. They're out. Taking on number 5, Texas Tech. That game will be at noon on ABC. Big 12 championship. Texas Tech or BYU? Who you got?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech as well.
Give me the Red Raiders. BYU's coach might not be there at the conclusion of that game.
Yep.
Then we have Georgia, Alabama rematch from earlier in the year. Of course, Alabama handing Georgia its one loss on the year. Alabama, if they lose, theoretically, they are out as well. I'm going to go ahead and say this. And I'll go ahead and give you my pick first. Daniel, we've talked about this before. How hard is it to beat a team twice in football in 1 year?
Very rare.
Who you got?
Give me the Bulldogs.
Matthew, Georgia or Bama?
Bama.
Give me Georgia.
We're agreeing on a lot this week.
I know. This is strange. And then we have two that are coming up at 8 o'clock. We're going to go with this one first. This one's going to be interesting. You got Duke 7-5 taking on number 18 Virginia 10-2 for the ACC championship. Could you imagine if Duke wins this game?
You know who I'm going to take?
Who?
Give me Duke.
Matthew, Duke or Virginia?
Duke.
As much as I want to say Duke, I'm going to have to go with Virginia in this one. And then you have number 1 and number 2, Ohio State, Indiana, both 12-0 for the Big Ten championship. That game will be at 8 o'clock on Fox. Daniel.
Everybody that knows me knows that I will never pick Ohio State. Give me Indiana by 10.
Oh. Matthew. Indiana, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State has the roster spin. I love the Indiana story. I love Mendoza as a quarterback. I love Cignetti as a coach. However,
here we go.
With the roster spin that Ohio State has, the talent that Ohio State has, I just don't see it happening for Indiana this year. Ohio State wins the Big Ten championship and probably goes on to win the national championship as well. That is going to do it for us. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Matthew. Something else coming up next right here on WLAF. Tune in next week for Jake Miller Sports Talk right here on WLAF.